and Rollo, golf professional, coming to you all the way from Japan at the beautiful Golden Valley Country Club. We are here with a golfing group on one of my tours, and I thought what a great opportunity to do a golf tip for you while I'm here. Now, a lot of people say to me, it's really hard to hit a 3-wood off the grass. And I thought I would do a little tip on explaining why that is and how to overcome the difficulties that make it that way with the 3-wood. So the 3-wood is the least lofted and longest club in the bag that you have that you are hitting without a tee. So the next one up obviously is your driver, and there you have an advantage of hitting the tee. So this is the longest club in the bag that you have to hit from the grass. Now obviously you can hit it off a tee on a par 3, which does make it a little bit easier. But hitting it off the grass with so little loft is not an easy thing to do. Now, before I tell you what you need to do to hit it well, please make sure you're not trying to hit this out of the rough, or you're not trying to hit it off an awkward, slopey lie this way or this way or this way or this way. Save this for when pretty much you have a perfect situation. A really good suggestion, if you're in the market for some clubs, is to go for a 4-wood. A lot of people have a driver, a 4-wood, and then maybe a 4 hybrid. And that's a really good mix because the 4-wood is just a bit more lofted, a little bit shorter. You won't hit it as far, obviously, as the 3-wood, but you will get a bit more consistency out of it. And it can become your kind of go-to fairway wood. But having said that, let's go back to our 3-wood, because you will get good distance with this. And a lot of people love their 3-woods, so why can't you? All right, the key with your 3-wood is to set up properly, and that means to put the ball a little bit forward in your stance. That's going to help you sweep the ball up and away and give you the height that you want with the 3-wood. Make sure that you've got a nice wide stance, a little bit wider than shoulder width. And then the key with your swing with this one is to resist the urge to try and lift the ball up into the air, because it's not going to go very high with such a little loft. What people often do is they go back nicely, but then they sort of hang back and try and help it up, and they stop turning the body. So the key is turn back nicely, get that left shoulder under the chin, but then turn through and face the tummy to the target and get all the weight on the front. In other words, instead of this, we want this. So turning with the right side through the shot, extending out towards the target like this, and then finishing with the weight forward. That is really the key with your 3-wood. As soon as you feel there's not enough loft, I've got to lift it, it's all going to go wrong. So if you're struggling with this 3-wood and you're tending to get it along the ground all the time, I would imagine, obviously having not seen you swing, it's a little bit tricky, but I would imagine that's probably what's happening. So resist the urge to help it up and hang back, and turn through and extend through the shot. Hopefully it's going to look something like this. And then you'll have plenty of height, plenty of consistency. You need to practice it, obviously, but get that 3-wood back out of the bag and do some practice with it, and hopefully you'll fall in love with it again. This is the moving path up to the driving range.